What's coming?
I've heard a little bit about it and that it was going to be a good outcome of it. I haven't really heard like much more.
I've heard about it. I believe they're making ice skating ring or something like that. I don't know too much about it.
That's the neighborhood improvement zone, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand, they take a portion of the money that are paid into taxes and use that money to improve certain neighborhoods within the Lehigh Valley.
The neighborhood improvement zone is a 130-acre area that encompasses about 40 acres downtown and about 80 acres down by the riverfront. It is designed to basically capture state and local dollars, specifically to use, except property tax dollars, to be used specifically for development of both public and private projects within that zone. Pretty unique economic development incentive tool to bring businesses as well as to provide funds that we need to build this public multi-purpose arena that we're doing now.
I just felt like this one has been following me since the summer because we talked about it a lot during the summer, and a lot of us said like we didn't like hockey, so like why is this going on? So like Allentown, but I guess it's something that's been following me, so I felt like it's something that I need to like get out there.
I wanted to do this project because as a member of the community surrounding the hockey arena, I felt like it was important for me to try and get more information about it. I learned that projects like this in the past have not kept all the community members in mind. 80% of the NIS is publicly funded, yet people that live in the surrounding area are below the poverty level. I want to ensure that their voices and my voice and opinions are heard.
I think it's a good thing for the city, you know what I mean? The mayor is doing a great job. You know, we need to put the Allentown beautiful.
Anytime there's a big budget being put into something this huge, it normally does benefit in the long run.
I think it would bring revenue in, the tax money, certainly. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea.
I think it will be positive for the community. It'll be something different rather than all the abandoned buildings that were in that area for so long. I also believe that it will create opportunities for people to get jobs. And not only that, it'll give us another avenue for us to go and enjoy different types of recreation.
Well, I think, like I said, I think it'll bring a lot of jobs. Hopefully, if they ain't taken already, it'll bring a lot of jobs to people who are unemployed. It'll bring money into the city, and hopefully it'll turn the city into a better situation, I hope.
Who's getting the jobs?
There has to be an outreach so that at least 15% of the folks working on the job at any given point in time are directly from the city of Allentown. So, you know, my hope is that there'll be a lot more, but at least that's a reasonable number that the contractor can achieve. Put, you know, 15% of 1,200 people, that's a pretty good number. It's several hundred people that are now having jobs from the community that didn't have jobs before.
Now, when you look at these type of projects from the past, they've had mixed results. There are a lot of urban arena projects that have had a key stake, if you will, in revitalizing the communities that they're involved in. And you can say that they're cornerstones of redevelopment efforts. You've had some others that might not have worked so well.
It may revitalize downtown, which is important to Allentown. But your questions really had to do with the community.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the community, I do not think necessarily benefits the community that's immediately in that surrounding area. Because what happens is people come in, they go shopping, and they go home. If you build residential area around that same area, it's not going to be for the people who have been displaced. It never is.
I think the arena has potential to benefit the community. It seems like on the construction end, on the operation end, and that's just the arena itself, not all the development that part of the neighborhood investment zone that the arena is part of. There seems to be a lot of potential for it benefiting the local government and or the local community in that general area. But the question is, are there going to be those assurances, guidelines, mandates that will ensure that those benefits actually touch the neighborhood and the community that the arena is located in? So I have some concern or question about that.
I think we always want to see the largest group of individuals that are affected by a project or a zone have the opportunity to engage in the process. Now, with the neighborhood improvement zone in Allentown, there's been questions about have all the parties had an equal say in the process? Has everybody been able to contribute? You know, I think on the surface, or maybe the big level, the government officials that have been working on this do have the best interest and try to incorporate public perceptions and public attitudes into the process. Does that always meet the needs of what the community wants? Probably not.
You know, I don't know what else we can do to keep. I mean, this has been more, highly reported, I think, than any other project in the valley. We've had a number of community meetings. People could, come in. They could see the plans. They could comment on the plans. We've had, I don't know how many gazillion newspaper articles and interviews from local TV stations regarding this particular project. This has probably been more scrutinized and publicized than any other project in the city's history.
Often the case when you have big projects or things like this going on, segments of the public thinking they didn't have enough voice in the process. It's a tricky matter. Obviously those that feel they're wronged by the proposals and the projects are going to say, I never got a chance to really say. Others would say, well, look, here's the opportunities I gave at hearings and other issues. It's not as cut and dry as maybe we would like to see, and I could truly understand how some might feel that their voices weren't heard as much, but I could also understand that the elected officials that think this is in the best interest of the community have made outreach to those folks.
We will continue to try to keep folks involved and engaged and informed as we go through this process.
But we have to collaborate everybody, not only the city, everybody.
What we are asking for are answers. It is the government's responsibility to invite and encourage a conversation between local officials and members of the community. That being said, it is our responsibility to be active participants in this conversation to increase our awareness about the issues that directly affect us.